Listen up, HR warriors and business leaders. Welcome to my channel, the HR Drill Sergeant channel. I am the HR Drill Sergeant. From 2011 to 2014, I had the honor and privilege of serving as a United States Army Drill Sergeant. I also hold a master's degree in human resource management. I am also a SHRM certified professional. Today's topic, we're going to talk about retain your talent before they decide to leave. This is from an article from the SHRM.org website. I will post the link to the article in the comments below. So let's dive into this. This is not a drill. We are standing on the front lines of a talent crisis. The hashtag quick talk trend is storming in. And if you don't take action right now, your company will be the next casualty on this battlefield of talent. So let's wake up and smell the coffee on this. Disgruntled employees are broadcasting their dramatic exits, and your company's reputation is crumbling. Your potential recruits are watching. Your current employees are watching, and they're thinking, is this where I really want to invest my future? This is where I really want to invest my time and effort into? Probably not. So we got to get ahead of this game. All right, you can look up Quick Talk on various social media outlets and see what they're doing. Don't let someone do this to your organization. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to prevent this. So let's get real. If you don't step up and take action, you're going to be left behind in the dust. So before I dive in, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get to work. So what's your plan? Are you just going to sit around, twiddle your thumbs while your best employees march right out the door? Hell no, you're not. You want to be proactive. You need to be proactive. You need to be relentless. You need to have those lines of communication that are open and engaging. Get out there and engage your employees or your troops, the troops in your company, your employees within your company. Regular check-ins aren't optional anymore. It's mandatory. Keep your eyes peeled for signs of disengagement, reduced contribution, less motivation, or a complete lack of interest in professional development. So get your head in the game and out of your butt. Or as we say in the airborne, get your head out of your fourth point of contact. Okay. Mentor your team like a hawk. And don't forget about employee sentiment surveys. These are your reconnaissance reports. Use them to spot issues before they blow up in your face. Leaders across organizations, whether you be human resources or you're a regular frontline leader or you're a senior leader or executive, no matter what, you need to know your people, communicate with them regularly, understand what makes them tick. Get to know them. Know what looks right when you walk by them, what looks right and what doesn't. So that way you're not caught with your pants down. Oh my God, I didn't see any sign. Chances are they have sent you signals quietly, but you just didn't pick it up. Or you didn't know what to look for, or you didn't care. All right? You need to be observant. It is unparalleled. Do your surveys, talk to your people regularly. All right. I will get more into this later in the video, but you need to talk to them regularly, see what is going on. Now, let's not sugarcoat this. Quiet quitting is a plague costing the United States businesses an estimated 450 to 500 billion annually. I will say this again. Quiet quitting is a plague that's costing U.S. businesses an estimated 450 to 500 billion with a B, bravo for you military people, annually. That's right. Quiet quitting means employees are doing just enough to scrape by. And if you let it fester, they're going to eat your company alive. They're going to eat you like a drill sergeant on Shark Attack because they're going to leave and they're going to roast you on social media. So let's talk about stay interviews. If you don't know what these are, Get your act together. If you're in HR and you don't know what these are, you really need to get in your head out of your butt and learn what these are. Business leaders, leaders at all levels, if you don't know what these are, get with your HR department and figure out what we can do. Do these stay interviews. Do it regular. Do it quarterly. Find out what drives them, what motivates them. If you're a leader, you really know what you're doing, then obviously you're already doing this. You're talking to your team on a regular basis, either daily, weekly, whatever the case may be. Know your frontline people, those who directly report to you, and you will be fantastic at it. You will know your people and keep them informed and never place their needs above their own. For those of you who are in the military, especially in the Army, as a non-commissioned officer, you've pretty much heard this before. It's part of the non-commissioned officer creed of the United States Army. Something I live by. I learned a long time ago, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, before I became a non-commissioned officer. You will communicate consistently with your people and never leave them uninformed. And you also place their needs. You will place their needs above yours. Always. You always place their needs above your own. Period. Now, these stay interviews are your frontline defense against talent loss. You must identify your employees' needs before they even think about hitting the eject button. The objective. Ask them what keeps them in your company, within your rank. What keeps them there working for you? What could make them stay? If they feel heard and understood, you just fortified your defense against this quick talk trend and will keep them for longer than anticipated. These interviews should be a constant part of your leadership strategy, just like your morning coffee. All right. I don't function without coffee. Your business can't function without these interviews. All right. If you're not doing them, why? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Just like exit interview. What are you afraid of? If your business doesn't want to do them, why? Why? Do the 5 why. Why don't they want to do it? Probably because they don't want to hear the truth. All right. And remember, the quick talk trend is a battle cry from Gen Zers. And also, you look at millennials and Gen Xers like myself who are probably embracing it as well. But it's mainly a battle cry from your Gen Zers who work for you, who are using social media to air their grievances. You can look this on TikTok, look this up on all over the place, and you will find it. This isn't just a passing trend. It's a wake-up call. Adapt or get left in the dust. But here's the best kicker. Sometimes even your best employees want to take their talents elsewhere. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. If you want to be a true leader, you need to be ready to let them go for now. You need to let them go. You should want them to expand their career, expand their knowledge. And if they reach a point in their at that company where they can no longer advance, then let them go. Prepare them so they leave. As I believe Richard Branson say, train them well enough so they can leave, but treat them well enough so they won't. That is very powerful stuff. I may be misquoting the person, but the essence is still there. They are going to leave. Your talent may leave you, but that's okay. You've trained them well enough to leave. You should be proud of the fact that, hey, I'm a manager, and a couple of my direct reports want to leave to pursue management elsewhere, or you're a director and your managers want to pursue other places where they can become a director themselves, advance. That's a good thing. That lets you know, hey, you can put that on your resume. Like, you know what? I trained my people. They went off and did better things. All right. So keep that in mind. So that is very important. If you are a true leader, you need to be ready to let them go for now. All right. They may come back with more insight. Investing in their growth, even if they leave, will enhance your reputation. You'll become a company known for nurturing talent, and that will pay off in recruitment and retention. Who wouldn't want to come to your organization to learn stuff to better their career. Be that employer that will nurture talent and be a stepping stone in the future of employees. All companies are stepping stones. I don't unless you're the CEO or whatever, you are a stepping stone to all your employees. And if they're not moving up, why ain't they? Why ain't they stepping up? All right. Teach, coach, and mentor them. When employees see that you're willing to support their career advancement, even if it means they join a different organization, they'll think twice about marching out the door. And even if they do, don't burn the bridges. All right? Don't burn the bridges. Hey, I mentioned them well. Go ahead, spread your wings and fly. Kick them out of the nest if you would, whatever the case may be. If they come in as an entry level and they want to move on to something else, let them go. Train them so that way they can move up their career and do stuff. If they want to use you as a stepping stone and start their own business, great, because now you have a nurturing aspect, and you can also use that in your recruitment strategy. Hey, we build great employees who can leave, and we'll develop them for the next stage in their career. So why do they leave? So, and when they do leave, you better keep those lines of communication open. You'd be shocked as to how many boomerang employees come back. These are your employees who leave only to realize the grass ain't always greener. How many times have we done that? We left a place. You know what? The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Let me come back. I've worked for companies that didn't allow boomerang employees. They were like, you know what? You leave us, we're not hiring you back no matter what. That is always the wrong answer. If they leave to go find something better and they come back a year or so later or whatever, that means they've gained more knowledge and they add that value to your organization. So let them know that even if you're talking about your good employees, not your dirt bags. All right, we're talking about your good ones. Hey, it's okay to leave, but if you want to come back, our door is always open. We're not going to burn any bridges, what have you. And when they come back, as I mentioned, they bring fresh skills, a new perspective, and stronger loyalty. Your organization will become tougher, and you build a reputation as a top-tiered workplace. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be a top-tier workplace? I think everyone does. If you don't want to be a top-tiered workplace, you need to reevaluate your business because you probably need to refocus on why you're in business. Your job as a leader is to take care of your employees, and they will take care of your organization. That's how you become an unbeatable team. Now, let's not kid ourselves. This all ties back to quitting and the quick talk, #QuickTalk trend. Both symptoms of disengagement, and the disengagement is costing your business trillions globally. Our businesses. I want to say you're not your business if it ain't creating trillions, but we're talking across the world. This quick talk trend is costing trillions globally. Trillions. Let that sink in there for a moment. And you need to tackle these root causes before they snowball. It's much easier to fix something when it's a small problem than it is when it's large. Example, when I was in the military, I was a mechanic there for a while, two hats, mechanic and HR professional. And we had something like a little leak. If you have a little, like an oil leak that's just seeping, that can be fixed with maybe tighten down a bolt or whatever. But if you let it fester, you don't acknowledge it, before you know it, the oil is dripping all the way out. And now what could have been a little 5 to 10 minute job, now it's going to cost you weeks, and it's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money to fix that because you let it snowball, because you buried your head in the sand and didn't want to see what was going on. But you just can't wait for them to come back. You need to engage them while they're still with you. Be creative. Host team building events. Provide opportunity for cross training and promote mentorship within your organization. Your environment needs to be dynamic. You want your team to feel challenged, inspired, and motivated. You want them to think, this is where I want to be. If they're feeling overwhelmed, tackle that head on. Offer mental health resources, flexible schedules, or even professional development program. Show them you care. When I was a drill sergeant, a wise leader, I think it was one of my first battalion commanders when I was a leader, a drill sergeant in 3rd Battalion, 13th Infantry Brigade, Fort Jackson. I forget who you are. If you're watching this, I apologize for not remembering your name. I think it was Lieutenant Colonel DeVoe. But he told me once, the soldiers don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That goes with all you leaders watching this. Those employees don't care a rat's butt about you. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care for them and their career and in and out of work. Let that sink in for a moment. They don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. If you don't stop, if you don't do this, you'll be left behind while your competitors scoop up the talent at your loss. The talent will be your loss. It is time to step up or step aside. Okay? Now, I talked about communication. This is something near and dear to my heart as a leader. I took it for granted when I was in the military, all the leadership basics that I had, that I was doing. Regular stuff, what I think is common knowledge. But unfortunately, in the private sector, that stuff is not commonplace. Unfortunately, it's not. Know your people. Talk to them. Not just your little email or whatever, talking via text message or electronic means. No. They need that one-on-one, that face-to-face. That carries more weight. That'll keep them around longer than just, oh, I sent them an email. I engaged with them. Full snot. It won't work. It may work for a little bit. And if you're scared to talk to your people, you need to gather your confidence. You're in a leadership position for a reason. And if you can't handle face to face, then there's no need for you to be there. Step aside. Just go back to doing non-leadership stuff. I mean that from the heart. You need to go around regularly, talk to your people, and find out what's going on. What do they need from you? You are the leader. You are the gatekeeper of everything they need within the organization. Ask them, what can I do today to make your life easier? You don't ask them what they can do to make your life easier. You're not trying to do that. Your job is hard. You're a leader. No amount of pay is going to be enough for that leadership position. None. I'm sorry. It's just the way the leadership is. You're going to work hard. You're going to work long, and people are going to drive you nuts. But that's the cost of being a leader. But it's satisfying. It is very satisfying when you get it right. All right? Talk to your people. That is the most important thing you can do to keep them from quitting. That is very important. All right? Now is the time to act. And I mean right now. Retain your top talent before they decide to leave. Keep your eye on the mission. Keep your employees engaged. And remember, you're leading the team. All right? It's your team to lead. So do so. Now, if you found this training session valuable, smash that like button with some conviction. Share this video with your fellow leaders and subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment below about your own battles with retention. Share your strategies, your victories, and yes, even your defeats. Together, we'll conquer this talent crisis. So until the next video, stay sharp, stay strong, stay engaged, and let's win this war of talent. And I will see you in the C-suite. This is the HR Drill Sergeant saying bye for now. Y'all take care of yourself. Love one another. I'm out. Bye.